Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a patriotic themed one. We're still in the month of July. July 4th has passed, but I found this awesome looking flag cross thing at Hobby Lobby today. It's really quite sturdy too. It's pretty good sized. So I've decided to go with a 10 by 20, and this is on a wood panel. So it will hold the cross on there. If I used a canvas, a regular canvas, when I resin it and place the item on there, especially this heavy cross, it would actually push down. So then all your resin will pull from the edges and pool in the middle and will not look good. So I already had this canvas, so I didn't have to get one to support this. I thought about going a bigger one, but I've got plans for my bigger one. I only have two wood panel ones, this 10 by 20 and then a 12 by 24, which I'm going to do another beer tap one. So what I want to do with this is just do a red, white, and blue background, and then we're going to put this on there, and I think it'll really look cool. So we're going to be using red, white, and blue. All three of these colors are all going to be from Artist Loft, the Artist Loft brand, in red, white, and blue. Now I've already got the paints mixed, but I haven't put it down yet because normally I go ahead because I usually have a solid background and then add stuff to it. I'm not going to do that this time, so I will film me putting the paints down on this particular canvas because I'm going to do a little bit different. So all I got to do is adjust the camera and we can get ready. All right, so we've got this wood canvas. So I'm going to start with some blue up here, and I'm going to white and red, a few stripes, but not too many. So we're going to go about so far down on the blue. Leave a little bit. This is usually just how I spread it. Now you know why I usually don't film this, because this is a pretty boring part of it. Clean that off. Give that a torch real quick. Got some air bubbles in there. Got some red. Yeah, let me spread that a little bit. I always try to get the sides painted as well because I don't like it, the white to show up from the canvas. So there we go. Now we'll add our white. Oops. Sorry. I do want some blue kind of to come down a little bit farther. Oh, that's a little too much. That's clogged up again. Do some of this. I'm just going to get rid of some of this blue in there that's just not wanting to blow around because it's real thin in paint. There. All right, so it'll probably be pretty much covered up, but that'll be like this. I think that'll look good. So all we have to do is wait for this to dry, and then we can get it resin and place that cross on there. I think it'll look pretty good. All right, as you can see, this is dried. So we have our cross here, and I think I'm going to put it right in there. I think that'll be a good place for it right there. So we have the back tape. This is a 10 by 20 wooden panel. We got 7 ounces of resin, Promise epoxy, formerly Pro Marine. So I hope everybody's summer is going well. We haven't done a whole lot. We don't usually take vacations much. And because usually when we take time to go do something, like take time off work it's usually family related, going visiting relatives or family. My wife takes time off to go see her son and daughter-in-law and the grandkids. So she goes, and it's over in Illinois, which is only about a 3-hour drive to where they live over there. Not too far, but she likes to go spend some time with them. And then two of our children live here in Indiana and that's close to us, so we don't have to take time off to go see them. And then my son and his wife live in Kansas, and that's about a 12-hour drive. So usually when I go, I try to take about a week just so I can spend some time, because it is also where I grew up. So there are a number of people that still live there that I went to school with so many years ago. And so I get to spend time with my son and his wife, and then I get to also see some really good friends of mine, which is always nice. I get the urge to go out there probably more than once a year, but I usually try to make it out about once a year. I haven't actually been out there in a little while, so I'm really getting hankering to get out there. We were talking about maybe this fall, my wife going out with me. She usually doesn't go with me a lot of times. When I go out there, she stays home and works. And it's a little boring for her because, I mean, she's lived in Detroit and Chicago, and, you know, where I grew up is only about 500 people in the middle of nowhere, in between Wichita and Dodge City. It's a little town called Hadlin, Kansas. And there's not a whole lot to do there. But I think that's what I like about it, is it's relaxing, slower paced, and just spending time with friends and family. It's just relaxing. A lot of memories in that town. My favorite time to go out there is usually in October, because they have a alumni weekend and a big, huge auction sale that raises money for the school. I've donated some paintings to it before. One oil painting and a couple of fluid acrylic paintings. And so what's great about it is a lot of people come in, because that is also the college that I went to, and this little college there in that town. And so I get to see some people that I went to college with, and people that, you know, I went to high school with that also went to college there. And I also get to see some people that, you know, worked there when I was there. They're still there. So it's just a really great time to see everybody, reminisce about old times. See a little something right there, but I think that's in the paint. That wasn't. That was on the... Good thing I dug that out. All right. So now let's see if I can get this set in without getting resin on my fingers. A little different from when I put this on. I've noticed in doing some of these pieces like this, like I did that wolf head and this cross now. So you learn things with doing different objects in there. And so I noticed when you put these flat, fairly round things like the wolf head and then the cross, that covers a lot of territory on this canvas, that the resin, it tends to slide a little bit and move, which you don't want. And so what I did was I pushed down on it to get it into the resin and closer to the canvas and not just floating, you know, that resin in between. And it pushed up a bunch of bubbles from underneath. So trying to get to where I can see these. But I think that is going to work. I think I've got all the bubbles. Yeah, I really do like that. My wife was a little concerned that the red, white, and blue on the canvas is a lot brighter than the red, white, and blue on this cross, but I like the contrast of it, because this is, well, you could say it's the old rugged cross, but it's the flag across, but I like the contrast of the two. Let me know what you think, if that works for you. Leave a comment, hit the like button. Just looking to see if I can see any more bubbles before I say this one is finished. I don't think I do. Alrighty. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching.